you and Diddy were cool at one time. Have y'all spoke?
I'm mad at him right now, though.
Why you mad at him now?
Because he went on the fucking floor crying. Nigga, you stand up, you still blessed. Your mama, you everybody blessed. You don't fold like no cricket.
Boosie just went off on Cassie and how she deserved everything Diddy did to her. Boosie is the only mainstream artist coming out in Diddy's support, and allegedly he's doing it because Diddy can get him a pardon.
The reason why her career went as long as it did, because she was f***ing the boss. Or else she would have been dropped 10 years prior. But she was f***ing the boss, so he kept financing her career. But at the end of the day, listen, man, you throw out some bullshit, people aren't taking to it. You can't perform live. Remember, she performed on like MTV and got booed and whatever else. Like, she can't perform. She can't dance. She tried to act. That didn't go anywhere. She was a pretty face that was the boss.
And got to living with her mama with her boyfriend.
Right.
Couldn't in that house. You can't good at your mama's house. You cannot. That's it, you at your Lord. I done my mama. You cannot fuck. You cannot. Like, you be like, man, you be like real like, I ain't breaking no break. I ain't trying to go too hard at my mama house. Like, that's your lowest. You gotta walk in that what you do when you wake up? You gotta walk, you gotta look out before you walk out. You can't walk out with your box. You don't want your hanging out. Real you at your lowest.
Yeah.
They was at their lowest and they devised a plan.
Boosie's been on Diddy's side from the start, saying that the only reason Diddy is being targeted is because he's black and the prosecutors are actually racist. Not only that, but Boosie has also repeatedly made fun of Cassie and called her a liar for saying that Diddy was abusing her.
Last time I saw Diddy, he me. Then when you get on that stand, and there's a threat of perjury, well, yeah, but then afterwards we met up again and had consensual sex. Doesn't that change the whole story at that point? If he just you, why would you come back and have consensual sex? Maybe he didn't. How about that?
Well, why would he have to you when he's giving you what you want on the...
Yes.
He's paying for it. Why would he have to you? Why? It doesn't make sense. People have to... It's always... I always tell you this. The questions are complicated, but the answers are simple. We can ask why she did this, why. The answer is she enjoyed it.
I agree.
It'd be all kind of questions. Well, why would Cassie want this? Why would she let him bring him in? And because she enjoyed it. It was a lifestyle for her. When you on X, when you on doing all this, it's a lifestyle. It's not. It's a lifestyle. Like, you enjoy this life. You're with it. You're more with it than the girl that you partaking with.
Oh, look, I remember one of the escorts, he told me the moment when he realized that she wasn't being forced. He told me a story how they were out one night, I think at the Dream Hotel. It's like some Victoria's Secret party or whatever. He was there with a girl, some model chick, and they ran into Cassie. And Cassie looked at him, started mean mugging the girl, like started hating on him. And then, 30 minutes later, she called and said, hey, I'm with Puff right now. Let's do another freak off.
And Cassie isn't the only one Boosie is hating on. Day 26, one of the bands Diddy collaborated with on making the band, recently talked about the abuse they faced, and at one point even started crying. Rather than take the abuse seriously, Boosie started clowning on them and joking about how Diddy probably assaulted them.
I had Day 26 on my show. I don't know if you saw this clip, it started to go viral, but one of the guys in the group, Q, started talking about, some of the abuse that he, went through when Diddy was like on drugs and so forth. And he talked about an email that he read, and he couldn't really say what it was about, but it was something about sacrifices and all this type of stuff. And he started to cry as he's, recounting the story. And then the rest of Day 26 started to cry also. Did you see this video?
Mm.
Oh yeah, no, like the whole group started to cry right along with them. They had to stop the interview and go, kind of get themselves together.
I don't know why somebody that evil would. I don't get it. I don't know why somebody would do that to a talented, passionate people.
Yeah.
Like, we talented, passionate people. I don't understand. No, it's okay, bro. I don't understand why someone would sit down and think about hurting someone. I don't know. Or laugh about it after they do it, Like, I don't get it. That's why I said none of them are innocent. I'm not here to expose anybody, but none of them are innocent, man. Like, none of them are innocent. Y'all all coming after this man for millions of dollars when y'all were a part of it as well. Y'all were down too. Like, that's not fair. That's not fair to him. It's not fair. Fair to me.
It's not fair to people that with actual story that actually
Yeah.
been affected by that, because then it make everybody seem like they just try out to get something or, whatever, opposed to it being real people that went through real stuff,
Some people are actually calling out Boosie's hypocrisy, saying how he's supporting Diddy because he's black, but at the same time, clowning on Day 26. Why is it that the only time Boosie's comes out in support of black artists, it's when they're rich?
People cry during interviews, right, over the years. That's not that uncommon. But I've never seen a whole group of men cry at the same time. And this was over something that Diddy,
took place with them, with Diddy?
Yeah, over the whole making the band thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm not quite sure what it is, but it was traumatic enough to have a whole group of grown men
Why
cry.
grown men ain't talking about it?
I don't know. He said,
Yeah,
he
they
said
was
I-
up here.
He said, I ain't
what
know
are they
that-
crying about? Did he
he's-
hurt
yeah.
their feelings or did he hurt their?
Ooh, I don't know.
What are they crying about? He might have hurt their feelings because he was hurting their feelings on making it a band.
Yeah,
They might be traumatized with it like that.
yeah.
But if you gonna get up here, why you get up here and tell him? You crying, did he go in your ass or not? Because you have people thinking they went in your ass. Don't get up here and try to salt the man down. Tell the truth.
Yeah, he said I ain't no snitch. So he didn't want to actually say what happened or what he saw.
Okay, well, he enjoyed. He likes to relive it.
Not sure. But like I said, I have never in my, 17 years of doing interviews, I've never seen a whole group of men break down in tears.
The only thing Cassie did was speak out about her experience, and the thing is, she had evidence to back everything she said. Diddy was abusing multiple women, all of whom he was controlling financially. Cassie is being hated just because she wanted an end to the horrible things Diddy was doing to her.
You have won.
I can't stand that.
You have won.
I can't stand that.
You've taken his money. You've humiliated him. I think really,
That's one of the
Cassie
dirtiest.
just wants him dead. She
That's
wants him
one
dead,
of-
and she wants to see him get.
That's one of the dirtiest women that gonna ever come across this shit. And all that shit you just said, and all black people steady trying to bring this man down. Black is the worst fucking race ever. When it comes to each other, all we done been through, we tear each other ass down. We tear it. If that was motherfucking Garth Brooks, if that was motherfucking Johnny Depp, The Rock, and was coming with these accusations.
The Rock is half black though. Let's just.
Okay, not The Rock, not The Rock. If this was
Just wanna
Tom
point that
Cruise, if this was Tom Cruise, Mark Wahlberg, and these and the world and saw you provide this lifestyle for this woman who has no talent, from what Vlad say, I always thought she had a little talent.
Okay.
But I was overlooked by the face.
Yes.
But if this was a white man and a woman came with this, do you know how many white motherfuckers be outside that courthouse? For you trying to take their favorite, one of their favorites away.
Yeah.
It wasn't black people, I don't know why we made to tear down each other and be against each other, bro. That's why we don't have the store. That's why these people that took over our neighborhood, bought all our stores out. You know, like, we gotta stop bringing down each other, you know. We gotta stop bringing down each other, bro, as a black race, bro.
Boosie actually believes that Diddy was framed. None of the drugs, guns, or hundreds of bottles of baby oil were actually there because Diddy was doing something illegal. Like, how does that even make sense? The feds were the ones who came after Diddy, and the only one responsible for his actions is Diddy himself.
A RICO is a group of individuals who commit a, you gotta read it out. It's all that. You committed this crime with this individuals. It's a RICO is a.
Have you ever been charged with a RICO yourself?
No,
Okay.
a RICO is like this, bro.
Yeah.
When you see a RICO,
It was
30 people get arrested.
It was made for the mafia. It was specifically created for the mafia in New York.
30 people get arrested on a
Yes.
RICO.
Right. It was a one-man RICO. Yeah. Although that could happen, but in this case, it was not that.
Have you ever saw a one-man RICO?
No, but I've talked to lawyers. You know, like I remember.
I've never seen it.
Drew Finling. I remember me and him had a long
He
conversation.
said he saw a one-man.
He said this
Well,
happened.
I've
yeah.
never seen it.
Yeah.
Not a one-man.
Yeah.
They f***ed him.
Well, now at least I think 2 of the male escorts are now suing Cassie, which I predicted would happen as well. Now she got the bag.
Yeah.
Now she got to deal with it.
God don't sleep, bro. Like, God don't sleep.
See, but you know what I think will really happen though? I think at one point her husband's going to divorce her, and you know there's no prenup.
Right, so he gonna take all that money.
He's going to take half.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a city boy summer. Let me tell you.
The one time Boosie actually did criticize Diddy was when Diddy fell to his knees after the verdict. Boosie was clowning him for looking weak and acting like a victim instead of a boss. He basically said that Diddy should have stood tall instead of collapsing like somebody who finally got caught. It's ironic, Boosie will defend Diddy against accusations of abuse, but he'll roast him for showing emotion. Boosie is fine with Diddy allegedly assaulting women, but God forbid he kneels after hearing he's going to prison. That's where Boosie draws the line.
You and Diddy were cool at one time. Have y'all spoke?
I'm mad at him right now, though.
Why you mad at him now?
Cause he went on the fucking floor crying at the fucking thing.
He was happy, Boosie. He was happy that the charges got.
I need to ask him, why the did you get down there under that table and that? Cause I've been riding with him. I've been riding with him.
Yeah.
I've been riding, but you got boys in there, man. You stand up, man. God then bless you. If you're going to jail, you're going to jail for something you got away with 1,000,000 times. That's why we go to jail. If we gonna keep it real. Nigga, you stand up, you're still blessed. Your mama, you everybody blessed. You don't fold like no cricket.
The real reason Boosie might be doing this is because he wants Trump to pardon him for his federal gum case, and he knows that Diddy could talk to Trump on his behalf. Boosie isn't defending Diddy out of loyalty or principle, he's doing it for leverage. If Diddy could ask Trump for a favor on Boosie's behalf, that could be Boosie's get-out-of-jail-free card.
Yeah.
And you asked him for a pardon for your gun case, your federal gun case in San Diego. You said, Trump, check my case out. My case was dismissed, but Biden's DOJ recharged me with the same gun charge. Biden pardoned his son. I was told I'm the only person in the country facing that charge now. President Trump already was given a 10-year sentence in state in 2009 for a third offense for marijuana. I was never even offered rehab, straight to prison. And Trump, I'm Boosie. I'm a rapper, filmmaker from Baton Rouge. I was targeted. My mouth and things I stand on gave me a lot of shit, but I'm real. My lawyer, Megan Blanco, can explain this case. She knew the charges that were against you were bad. She even spoke about it on the radio.
Right.
Now, the interesting part is once you put that out there, you had a follow-up tweet that said, damn, I don't know, so many people don't want me to be pardoned. Social media would rather see you fall than be great. So you're saying when you put that out there, people were like, no, you deserve to go to prison. You shouldn't be pardoned. Go do your jail time.
Them Harris, people.
What do you mean?
Like Camilla Harris people, like all the people who voted for her, they was on my ass.
Well, I voted for Kamala. I don't see the
you
problem.
a different person. I mean, they just was real hard on me about me going to Trump for a pardon, you know.
And here's the thing. Boosie has been acting like he won't go to jail since the very start. It's like he knows something that the rest of us just aren't privy to. Either he has a deal in the works, or someone very powerful told him he's going to be fine. And that's why he's so loud right now. It's like Suge said, if someone is acting like they're bigger than the law, chances are they're part of it.
Boosie, listen, man. Mentally, how are you holding up, brother? Because we know you got a pending sentence or something.
November 25th.
I'm in the best. I'm in the I'm confident like a motherfucker. Like, I ain't going to jail. I don't speak that out my mouth.
There you go.
I'm from down south. Your mouth is a powerful sword.
That's right.
Say, nigga gonna kill me, you be dead. I'm telling you, I done seen the nigga gotta kill, end up dead.
That's right.
So I don't speak none of that. You know what I'm saying? And it's still up to the judge. It's up to God, but it's up to the judge. People saying he gotta do 2 years. That's not fact of this case. It's up to the judge what the judge want to do. But man, I'm confident, man. I'm chin up, chest high. Chin up, chest high.
Boosie has made it pretty clear that he's willing to do whatever it takes to secure a pardon. He doesn't care who he has to cozy up to, who he has to throw under the bus, or what narratives he has to push, as long as it keeps him out of a cell. And if that means suddenly becoming Diddy's biggest supporter or Cassie's biggest hater, well, then that's exactly what he's gonna do.
Flavor Flav was the president. I don't give a damn if Zuckerberg was the president. I'm gonna ask for a damn pardon. Every president come up here.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn.
Yeah. You said I asked Biden for 1 month ago. Now I'm asking Trump. Where I'm from, closed mouths don't get fed. My case was already dismissed. I deserve a pardon.
Yep.
Argue with your mama.
Argue with your fucking mama. And I go to the White House Thursday. I go to the White House Thursday for the Black History little dinner thing.
Wait, you're going to the White House this Thursday?
Yeah.
In 2 days?
Yeah.
Really? Congrats.
Yep.
I've never been to the White House.
Yep, I'm going, man. I'm
That's
nervous.
what's up. Who else is going?
It's me and my attorney.
Well, I'm sure you're not the only ones that are going to this event. I'm saying, who are the other rappers and stuff like that?
Important black people. I mean,
Okay.
Probably other entertainers too, but...
Boosie's facing 2 years in prison. A few months ago, Boosie pled guilty to 1 count of being a convicted felon in possession of a firearm, a federal offense tied to guns found after police tracked him following social media footage showing a weapon in his waistband. Taking a plea deal means, unless a miracle happens, he's pretty much guaranteed to go to jail. Boosie's hoping that the miracle is Diddy.
The biggest thing right now was that you actually accepted a plea deal for your federal case.
Yeah.
Now, how long have you been, from the very, very beginning?
I've been for probably 3 years now, probably.
3 years.
Yeah, about 3 years. 25, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2025.
About 3 years, yeah.
So this has been hanging over you. And we've talked about this before. At first it was a state case. Your lawyers came in, the state case was dropped, and out of nowhere the feds picked it up.
Now it was a state case. The feds came, picked it up. They had a ruling in the Supreme Court that went in my favor, and the case got dropped by the judge. The case got dropped. They went appeal the Supreme Court ruling, and they won on the Supreme Court ruling. Now it was back again. I could have appealed that, but that'll be 2-3 more years, and I'm just wasn't gonna go to trial with it.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna go to trial with it from the, but I feel like this the right move for me. I trust in God, Vlad. I mean.
Well, you tweeted out, just accepted a plea deal from the federal government on my case. I thought this case was over and I was going to get on with my life, but God don't make mistakes, and I'm tired of talk to my family, and this is the right decision. To all my fans across the world, say a prayer for your boy and go get that new album. Now, when this came out, everyone was kind of shocked because it looked like, between all the ups and downs, it looks like it was over. Remember, me and you were celebrating the fact that it was over.
I was celebrating, bro.
And we were celebrating too early.
I was celebrating. I got a call on the beach 3 weeks later with my family. Say they just indicted again.
Yeah. No ankle monitor this time, though.
No, I did a year on the ankle monitor also, I ain't got the ankle monitor on now. That was all that was took off when the case got dropped. And they ain't put it back on, but I think I'm gonna come out pretty good, man.
Today, rapper Boosie, whose real name is Torrance Ivy Hatch Jr., pleaded guilty to a charge of being a felon in possession of a firearm.
So this charge stems from his 2023 arrest in San Diego's Choice View neighborhood, where police found the 42-year-old with 2 guns during a traffic stop. He initially planned to plead guilty for probation, but the case was then dismissed last year after a Ninth Circuit court ruled that it was unconstitutional to ban nonviolent felons from owning guns. A larger panel from that court, though, later reversed the ruling, upholding the ban. So now Boosie is set to be sentenced later this year in November.
There's actually a rumor going on that Boosie took the guilty plea to save his son. Boosie's son, rapper Tootie Raw, was arrested in Atlanta in early September 2025 on serious gun charges involving what police classify as a machine gun-type weapon. If Boosie believes that aligning with Trump, withholding public attacks on Diddy, or cooperating in certain narratives could save Tootie from a prison sentence, then of course he's going to move differently.
Well, my man Boosie took a plea deal for his gun charge, and the prosecutors are recommending 2 years.
Prosecutors recommending 2 years?
Yes.
Oh, he got love then.
Yeah.
I'm hearing a lot of things about that, Vlad.
What do you mean?
I'm hearing that he really didn't want to take this plea deal, but he was kind of forced to take it to try to save somebody else from another situation.
Well, I'm not sure because just, I believe, yesterday, his son got caught with a machine gun.
Yeah, I'm hearing, what I'm hearing is when his son got caught the first time, what I'm hearing, his son implemented Boosie. And what I'm hearing is Boosie agreed to take that plea deal, to take that off of his son, because if it hit him, then his documentation of his son doing something he should have did, that's his daddy, and then Boosie possibly getting some more time. So if they offered him 2 years, he doing all right. He gonna go to a little camp and he be home at 18, but it's probably a little less than that.
Well, yeah, I mean, he had an ankle
months.
monitor at one point. He might get time served for the ankle monitor.
How long was he on an ankle monitor?
Close to a year.
Yeah, so he can get, you figure off 2 years with the halfway house. What he gonna do, 15 months, 12 months or something like that? So he might end up with just straight time served. They might give him the 2 years. That's probably, is he not requesting home confinement?
I'm sure
Because
he
if
is.
you give him 6 months, if you go to the halfway house, 6 months to the house, that's damn near like home confinement. So if he had 12 months on an ankle monitor and they give him credit for that, that's a year off that. We got 8 months left. Yeah, I can see him giving him, letting him stay home. I can see that.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that Diddy did the same thing. Diddy completely flipped up after realizing he could go to jail. He was ready to snitch on all of his friends if it meant he could stay out of a cell. Just like Diddy, Boosie isn't necessarily fighting for truth. He's fighting for control over his fate and perhaps the fate of his son. If that means aligning with a criminal, then that's the move.
So now we have 2 people come out saying that Diddy was talking to the feds. Do you think that's true?
Whether it's true or not, and he might have been cooperative in some way, shape, or form, you don't get away with human trafficking unless you give up John Gotti or something like that, and that's not what happened here. I can tell you, Jesse, that this investigation's been going on for a long time, very closely held by HSI, so much so that even some of the agents on the raid a week ago today didn't know whose house they were raiding until they got there. That's how closely held this investigation.
Wow, because there could have been a tip.
Absolutely.
And there are allegations that he was paying law enforcement through his chief of security, which also happened to be Michael Jackson's chief of security.
I don't know if I buy into that. People in Diddy's situation like to have those involved in law enforcement close to them. But that doesn't mean they're taking payoffs. That doesn't mean they're doing big favors. They like that closeness. It's just like how Diddy was able to court Diageo or Estee Lauder. He was very successful in doing that, and that made him a lot of money and gave him credibility outside the hip-hop rap world. And that's what he was trying to do here, a lot like what Epstein did with very powerful political and business.
Diddy has been bragging that Trump is going to pardon him any day now. TMZ reported that Diddy had been bragging to other inmates about an upcoming pardon from President Trump. Allegedly, Diddy was bragging to inmates about a pardon and how he would take care of all of them once he's outside. Diddy is doing this because, frankly, he has nothing else to offer the inmates, and he needs to bribe them into taking his side.
So Diddy, the baby oil booty bandit, is in Fort Dix prison right now, bragging that Donald Trump is going to pardon him at the beginning of next year. So in case you didn't catch it, Diddy was sentenced to 50 months in prison. He already had like 13 in. That means that he could be out within like 2 years. But he's in prison right now telling his bunkmates, that he's gonna be getting a pardon at the beginning of next year from Donald Trump, and that once he gets out, he's gonna take care of them. Now, Donald Trump has not said anything about actually pardoning Diddy. He said that if he was given a crazy sentence, that he would consider it if he felt like he was done really wrong. But as far as anybody in the public knows, there hasn't been any type of pardon or deal or offer offered up to Diddy. However, Donald Trump does have a long-standing history of pardoning famous rappers. This is also the exact type of weird games that convicts will play when they're in prison to get protection or to stay safe or to be able to like hustle up what they need in there. I'm gonna be out real soon and I'm gonna take real good care of you.
TMZ recently released the first clear video footage of Sean Diddy Combs inside federal prison at FCI Fort Dix in New Jersey, showing him doing his assigned job and interacting with other inmates. There were also reports that Diddy was caught drinking in prison. If Diddy can't even get himself a drink, how can he keep Boosie out of prison?
Well, Diddy is just a working class stiff while he's at Fort Dix.
So when you're at a prison and somebody says, you read any good books lately, Diddy is the answer.
He's the guy to go to because we got video of him at Fort Dix reporting for work in the library where he is making recommendations and handing out different movies and books for his fellow inmates.
I'm really fascinated just by the library
But
itself.
you're seeing him here. This is him reporting to work, taking off his jacket, taking off his scarf, and settling in for a day on the job.
It looks like a public school library.
Yeah.
It's
This was the chapel, and this is the media library in the chapel, which is where Diddy's currently working. He's working in a Life Connections program, which is an 18-month program that helps rehab people and get them closer to spirituality, to charity groups, and with that, it will shorten his sentence. But in this media library, he helps inmates with religious material, rent out movies, that kind of stuff. You see him pushing a
really
cart
interesting
with a TV on it.
Yeah, I mean, he was in the laundry room when he first got there.
Yeah,
so this got to be
his first
This
assignment.
got to be a promotion.
Yeah.
It feels like a promotion. It feels like maybe he tried the lunchroom and put in a request for something different.
Yeah, it does
I mean,
believe
he is a
it does
media
sound like
mogul.
he used maybe possibly some connections to get a better job.
What do you think about Boosie defending Diddy while attacking Cassie? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the latest updates on this story.